Who's that Pokemon?
Hey, out of curiosity, have you guys found any more shinies since the end of the water event? I'm just curious.
Hey guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to this to help us get bigger and better.
Alright, so the other day I was reading this article over in Forbes magazine because for some reason the major Fortune 500 magazine has decided to jump on the gaming bandwagon. But all in all, it was kind of smart, to be bluntly honest. Huge deal. So they go on to say that a game that made a gazillion dollars is poorly monetized.
You what?
Yeah, that's what I said at first too. But the more I read, the more it kind of makes sense. The guy goes on to say how the game doesn't sell enough items. Now, if you look around at the store, they sell quite a few. Most kind of lame and pointless, but okay. I kept reading to hear the guy out. So they think they should sell buddy slots so you can have more than one buddy set up. Seems a bit ridiculous to have to pay for that, but okay, whatever. I'm still on board at this point. They did that. To be honest with you, if they did that, I really wouldn't hate on it, but I also wouldn't buy it at the same time. I don't really see the point of having multiple buddy slots, kind of singular. But I guess I don't know. I don't get it. I really just don't get it at all. To be completely honest on that one makes absolutely no sense to me. Alright, this one just kind of made me laugh at first, but hear me out, because it takes a turn. Temporary Pokestops. So, alright, this one, it just made me laugh, but again, kind of makes sense. Let's say you're out on vacation and need to hit that Pokestop for your 7-day streak, but there's nothing in sight. Boom! Out comes the inflatable Pokestop for your everyday needs. No more missing out on those pesky 7-day streaks, and if you order right now, you get a cheese grater for free. But you do have to pay for shipping and handling. I mean, it makes sense. I don't see them selling a lot of those, but in rural areas, I can totally see it kind of making sense. I don't really know how it would work in the game. Alright, I'll take it. I mean, okay, fine, let's go. Another thing they said was more clothing. You know, for the more fashionable trainer. Apparently, there's at least 5 people out there that think our current wardrobe selection isn't quite up to today's standards, and as such should be enlarged to be about the size of Mariah Carey's guest closet. And if anybody's ever seen an episode of Cribs, you know how big that ridiculous monster is. My house isn't as big as her closet. It's pretty much on the ridiculous side. Oh god. Alright, now here's one that I'm all for because I'm really tired of getting screwed every time I evolve a Dratini or a Magikarp into a Dragonite or a Gyarados and just get that ridiculously bad moveset. I'm pretty sure we could all get on board with that. You take all this time and effort and then you get that moveset that either you already have and is junk or one that's just junk in the first place. So, I mean, basically what you would end up doing is you would buy what they call reroll tokens. So every time you go and happen to get a Charizard with a bad moveset or whatever it may be, you can go and pop one of these tokens and then you can re-roll the moveset. Now you may not get what you want, but you'll definitely get something different. So I mean, basically you can just keep re-rolling the thing as many times as you want to, of course as long as you have enough tokens, i.e. enough money to buy tokens. So yeah, I mean there are a few times I might buy one of those, I'm sure, especially on the Pokemon that are ridiculously hard to evolve all the way up, but that's about it. So I can kind of see the point of that. That one I think actually is a pretty good idea, the more I think about it. Alright, so this one is a must, because how many of you out there cannot stand the incubator situation? And don't tell me there's nobody out there that can stand this ridiculous incubator situation. I hate everything about it, and I know it's their biggest money maker. It is. It's just that simple. I know how much money they've gotten from me on it, but we need permanent incubators, like right now. Now, this one is just killing me, doing it one by one, or having to spend a ridiculous amount of money, you know, to get 3 shots at an incubator. It's like ridiculous. I mean, it's just cha-ching, money out the window constantly. So what they do, I find the price number is going to be a little bit higher. I can totally get on board with that, but have like permanent incubators. I'll drop 20 bucks on 3 permanent incubators any day of the week. So I mean, that one I am definitely on board with, and if you're not, you are absolutely out of your mind, or you've only walked 2 miles. So as you continue reading the article, there's several on there. If you just kind of keep reading that, you know, he names like buying special items or team changes or preset loadouts of something. But yeah, I'm not really on board with all of them. It seems like kind of overkill, but don't you worry, they're ridiculous money train isn't going to stop anytime soon. So I don't think anybody's going to worry about Pokemon Go or Niantic Labs, whatever you want to call them, going broke anytime soon. Right now, they're probably just picking out their second, third, or fourth Rolls Royce at this point, especially all the changes they're making. So, I mean, the money train is a-rolling. And yeah, there's one other out there that seriously just needs to be in the game and not have anybody pay for it. I'm sorry, it's just something that should already have been built into the game, and that is a preset lineup for your gym battles. I mean, listen, we all have our preferred ones. Okay, fine, you want to do some matchups and stuff, but for the most part, I think we can all say that we have our lineup kind of set. So, I mean, let that be static instead of it just kind of moving around, because it kind of does get a little bit of annoying going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and trying to switch them around and switch this and switch that and switch this. Gives me a headache, especially when I'm trying to make a video. It's like, okay, cut that out, cut this out, cut that out. But, all in all, I can't really complain too much. The one thing I will say having to do with the whole thing is the one thing I brought up having to do with the clothing. I don't know, the clothing thing, I know a lot of people out there, I guess, I'm sure are going to go and say, oh, I want the shiny hats and the... And not for nothing, but if you look at some of the price tags on the actual clothing that you can wear, it's astronomical. I think to wear like a suit jacket or something, it's like 500 Pokecoins. I'm like, wow, okay. I'm sure people out there has bought it. I get it. But I think it's kind of overkill to me. But yeah, so those are the things that they're basically saying that maybe they should be adding. I don't know if they should or not. Some of them they should absolutely put in, like now, like yesterday, like tomorrow. Right now, as we're speaking, need it now. Incubators, that's one. And absolutely, with that preset part, definitely need that. Everything else, I mean, if they do it, they do. But to actually say that this game is poorly monetized still kind of blows my mind, just because of the ridiculous amount of money that they're actually making. And yeah, I guess you could go and say that, hey, maybe they could have made $2 billion. But, yeah. So, anyway, yeah, that's that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.